Greetings, Globetrotters. You've landed on TravelZm, your ultimate guide to the world's most fascinating destinations. We're all about comprehensive guides, expert tips, and insider knowledge that'll make your travels unforgettable. Today, we're journeying to the heart of South America, Ecuador. Ecuador, a country straddling the equator on South America's west coast. A land of contrasts, Ecuador sits nestled between Colombia and Peru, boasting a coastline caressed by the Pacific Ocean. The capital city, Quito, is a high-altitude jewel, framed by the Andes Mountains, and recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its well-preserved colonial center. Ecuador's geography is as varied as it is beautiful. From the snow-capped peaks of the Andes, the country descends into steamy Amazonian rainforests, before spilling out onto sun-drenched Pacific beaches. And let's not forget the Galapagos Islands, a natural wonderland that's part of Ecuador's territory. This diverse landscape is home to a rich tapestry of cultures, where indigenous traditions meet Spanish influences, creating a unique blend that permeates everything from the architecture to the cuisine. So, even though Ecuador might be small in comparison to its South American neighbors, it punches well above its weight. A country small in size but vast in its natural and cultural wealth. Ecuador is a biodiversity hotspot, home to a myriad of unique species. This small South American nation straddling the equator boasts a wealth of life that is truly unrivaled. Imagine a place where you have the opportunity to encounter creatures that can't be found anywhere else on Earth. That's Ecuador for you. Let's start with the iconic Galapagos Islands. This archipelago, isolated in the Pacific Ocean, is a living museum of evolution. Here, species have evolved in unique ways due to the island's isolation. Remember Charles Darwin? His theory of evolution was inspired by his observations here. From the giant tortoises, marine iguanas, to the flightless cormorants, the wildlife of the Galapagos is as astonishing as it is diverse. But Ecuador's biodiversity doesn't stop at the Galapagos. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, spans the eastern part of the country. This lush tropical paradise is teeming with life. Parrots, monkeys, jaguars, and countless insect species call this place home. Not to mention the thousands of plant species, some of which are believed to hold the keys to combating various diseases. And let's not forget about the Andean highlands, where the biodiversity takes a different but equally impressive form. Here, the landscape is dominated by dramatic mountain ranges, home to species that have adapted to the high altitude and harsh conditions. You'll find the majestic Andean condor soaring above, while below, herds of vicuñas graze on the sparse vegetation. This is just a glimpse into the rich biodiversity of Ecuador. It's a country where every corner unveils a new surprise, a new species, a new ecosystem. It's a place where nature has been allowed to evolve freely, creating a kaleidoscope of life that is as diverse as it is beautiful. For those with a passion for wildlife, for adventure, for the unexplored, Ecuador offers a journey into the heart of nature itself. It's not just about seeing different species, it's about experiencing the raw, unfiltered beauty of life on Earth. It's a paradise for nature lovers and adventurers alike. Ecuador's cultural tapestry is as diverse as its landscapes. A land of contrasts, Ecuador is home to a vibrant culture that's as varied and colorful as the country itself. From the Andean highlands to the Amazon basin, the cultural heritage of Ecuador is a rich blend of indigenous roots and colonial history. Let's take a journey through this cultural mosaic, starting with the indigenous roots. The indigenous peoples of Ecuador have a history that predates the Inca Empire by thousands of years. Today they continue to honor their ancestors through a variety of traditional practices and ceremonies. Quechua, Shuar, Achuar, and other indigenous groups maintain their distinct languages, customs, and ways of life, each adding a unique thread to the country's cultural fabric. Next, we move on to the colonial history of Ecuador. The Spanish arrived in the 16th century, bringing with them a new language, religion, and way of life. Their influence is evident in the architecture of Quito's Old Town, where grand cathedrals and cobblestone streets harken back to a different era. But the cultural heritage of Ecuador isn't just about history. It's a living, breathing entity that's reflected in the country's traditional music and dance. From the lively rhythms of the marimba and the soulful melodies of the Andean pan flute, to the energetic dance styles of the coast and the highlands, music and dance are integral parts of Ecuadorian life. Festivals, too, are a significant part of Ecuador's culture. Throughout the year, locals and visitors alike can partake in a variety of celebrations, from the colorful Inti Raymi festival, which marks the Inca New Year, to the Day of the Dead, a time to honor departed loved ones. By exploring the cultural heritage and traditions of Ecuador, we gain a deeper understanding of its people and their way of life. We see that every song, every dance, every festival is a testament to the resilience and spirit of the Ecuadorian people. A true melting pot of ancient traditions and colonial influences, Ecuador's culture is a feast for the senses. So immerse yourself, delve deeper, and let Ecuador's cultural tapestry weave its way into your heart. No journey is complete without indulging in local flavors, and Ecuador offers a culinary adventure like no other. Ecuadorian cuisine is a delicious fusion of indigenous, Spanish, and African influences, using fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Its unique geographical location allows for an incredible variety of produce, from the bounty of the sea to the rich harvest of the Andean highlands. Let's start with the quintessential Ecuadorian dish, ceviche. This refreshing seafood delicacy is a must-try for any foodie. It's made with fresh raw fish marinated in citrus juices, typically lime, and spiced with chili peppers. The tangy and spicy flavor of ceviche is balanced with the addition of crunchy corn nuts and sweet slices of ripe plantains. Now, we move on to a dish that might raise a few eyebrows: guinea pig, or as the locals call it, cuy. It might sound unusual, but in Ecuador, it's a traditional delicacy. The meat is often roasted or grilled and has a taste akin to rabbit or wildfowl. Fear not if you're a bit squeamish though, as there's plenty more to Ecuador's culinary repertoire. Take for instance the hearty and comforting locro de papa. This creamy potato soup is a staple in the Andean region of Ecuador. It's typically made with cheese, avocado, and sometimes even a fried egg. The result is a rich, delicious soup that warms you from the inside out, perfect for those chilly Andean nights. Ecuadorian cuisine also extends beyond these traditional dishes. The country's food scene is incredibly diverse, with a range of high-end restaurants offering innovative takes on classic dishes, right down to street food stalls serving up mouth-watering snacks and meals. Ecuadorian food is not just about the taste, it's about the experience, the coming together of people, the exploration of diverse flavors and textures. It's an integral part of the country's culture and history, a true reflection of its people and their love for good food. From high-end restaurants to street food stalls, Ecuador's food scene is a gastronomic delight. So, why should Ecuador be your next travel destination? Well, let's recap what we've explored so far. First off, Ecuador's biodiversity is simply astounding. It's not every day you find a country that's home to the Amazon rainforest, the Andes Mountains, and the Galapagos Islands, all within its borders. It's like a nature lover's paradise, teeming with unique species, some of which can't be found anywhere else in the world. Then there's the rich cultural heritage and traditions. Ecuador is a country where ancient customs and modern life beautifully intertwine. Here you can witness the vibrant festivals that burst with color and music, or explore the centuries-old churches and historical sites that tell tales of a bygone era. The country's culture is a tapestry woven with threads of Incan, Spanish, and Afro-Ecuadorian influences, making it a fascinating study for history buffs and culture enthusiasts alike. And who could forget about Ecuadorian cuisine? The country's diverse geography lends itself to an equally diverse palette of flavors. From the hearty lapingachos of the highlands, to the fresh seafood dishes of the coast, Ecuador's culinary scene is a gastronomic adventure waiting to happen. But that's not all. Ecuador's true charm lies in its people. The locals are warm, welcoming, and always ready to share a slice of their culture with visitors. They'll make you feel at home in no time. Ecuador is also a great choice for budget-conscious travelers. The cost of travel here is quite affordable compared to many other destinations. You can enjoy quality accommodations, delicious food, and thrilling activities without burning a hole in your pocket. And finally, Ecuador is a land of adventure. Whether you're hiking on the trails of the mighty Andes, snorkeling in the crystal-clear waters of the Galapagos, or exploring the dense jungles of the Amazon, there's always an adventure around the corner. Ecuador offers an unforgettable experience that caters to all types of travelers. So, when are you packing your bags? That's a wrap on our virtual tour of Ecuador. We've journeyed through the rich biodiversity, from the Amazon rainforest to the Galapagos Islands. We've immersed ourselves in the vibrant cultural heritage and traditions, and savored the unique flavors of Ecuadorian cuisine. This country is a treasure trove of experiences waiting to be discovered. Whether it's the stunning landscapes, the warm and welcoming people, or the rich history and culture that draw you in, Ecuador offers something for every traveler. So why not consider Ecuador for your next travel adventure? It's a destination that's sure to leave you with memories to last a lifetime. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, keep exploring with TravelZm.